Welcome to episode 9 of Campfire Diaries. If you're new here, Campfire Diaries is a series I've been doing on my channel for a while now, a couple of years maybe. It's where I read from my travel journal from the previous travels after I get back from my most recent travels, just to kind of keep that adventure alive. The inspiration keeps going and just motivates me to keep on doing what I do. I want to have all the adventures. So here we go. This is from Friday, April 8th, 2022. Today is travel prep, running errands and getting car rental for our road trip. We got up early and went to Portland International Airport to pick up our car rental from National. We ended up getting a really pretty blue Toyota RAV4. We crossed the river into Vancouver, Washington, stopped for a Starbucks drink, then went to Fort Vancouver to purchase the National Park Pass, and while we were there, explore the fort a little bit. I had the wonderful experience of setting off a beaver trap, which scared the crap out of me, and I'm so glad we captured the moment on video. Next stop, Home Depot, to buy a big jug of water. Original Steer Market for pig ears for Shorty, and our favorite teriyaki sticks for us for road trip snacks. We headed out to Oregon City to check on my dad, help him with a few things, and take him grocery shopping. I grabbed a cart too and picked up a few more road trip snack items and some coffee drinks. The freeway was crazy with traffic on the way home, so we took the back road and made a quick stop at the cemetery to visit my mom since we were so close by. Emotions, man, oh man. It does not get easier. Try not to cry on the vlog. Deep breath. Quick stop at home to unload groceries and grab my coin jar to take to the coin counter at the bank, so we have some extra spending money. We ended up with $77.86. Holy smokes! Back home, I had a package at the door from Lion Brand Yarns that I had ordered as a birthday gift to myself back in March. Shipping was late, but it's finally here, and talk about good timing. It would have sucked to have that box sit at the door while we were out of town. I would have been sad if my yarn became the victim of a porch pirate. Anyway, recorded a quick haul showing the yarn, and now it's time to finish packing, clean house, eat dinner, shower, and get ready for bed. It ended up being a pretty great first day into this adventure. Can't wait for the morning when we pack up the car and head out. See ya then. Next day, Saturday, April 9th, 2022. Good morning. Time to pack up the car and hit the road. Let's get this road trip adventure started. First stop, Starbucks for coffee and a pup cup for Shorty. We made a quick stop at Multnomah Falls since we had to drive past it anyway. Always a beautiful visit no matter what time of year. We took a few quick photos, then back in the car for more driving. We stopped for gas in Arlington, Oregon, and took some pictures of this train caboose located at the park across the street. Then on our way back towards Boise, Idaho. We stopped at Morris Hill Cemetery in Boise to visit the grave of rock and roll singer Paul Revere from the band Paul Revere and the Raiders, and also the grave of actor Reginald Owen. Reginald was best known for his roles in Mary Poppins, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and he also played Ebenezer Scrooge in the MGM classic 1938 version of A Christmas Carol. After some time in the cemetery, we made our way to the hotel for the night. We stayed at Town Place Suites Marriott. Once checked in, I recorded a room tour while Pete went and got us dinner. This room is so nice, mini kitchen. I love it. Best part, it only ended up costing the pet fee because of the hotel rewards Pete earns when he travels for work. We redeemed rewards for a free night stay. I highly recommend signing up for reward programs whenever reward programs are available. It is so worth it to get the perks every now and then. Long day. Time to get some rest. Sunday, April 10th, 2022. Good morning. Time to get some hotel breakfast and some coffee. Clean things up, pack, and get things ready to check out of the Boise, Idaho hotel and hit the road for more road trip adventure fun. Today we head to Salt Lake City, Utah from Boise, Idaho with some fun stops along the way. Our first stop was to get a quick couple pictures of these giant spools painted up to look like Pac-Man and Ghost that were in the parking lot of this animal rescue thrift store. Then on to check out the Idaho Potato Hotel. That was such a weird thing to see. I wish we could have seen the inside. Next stop, Shoshone? I can't remember how to pronounce that. I think it's Shoshone Falls in Twin Falls, Idaho. This waterfall is gorgeous. I saw a double rainbow when I walked out to the viewpoint platform, but boy, oh boy, was it windy. It was a quick couple photos, a little video clip, and a TikTok, then back to the car. We stopped by the visitor center and bought some state magnets for our collection, then checked out the Evel Knievel monument, the view of the Snake River, and a zoomed-in shot of the Evel Knievel jump site where he attempted a mile-long leap of the Snake River Canyon on September 8th, 1974, employing a unique sky cycle. The large dirt ramp is visible approximately 2 miles east on the south ridge of the canyon. That was neat. More driving. Stopped at the ATK Rocket Garden at Northrop Grumman in Utah. Oh yeah, we crossed the border and are now in Utah. The Rocket Garden was pretty neat, totally unexpected. After that, we drove out to the Spiral Jetty. We walked out to it a little bit, but the wind was so much. All I did was take a couple pictures, get a little video, and then back in the car. We saw several cows on the road back to the highway. Always fun rolling down the window and mooing at them. Then getting that WTF look from them. We checked into Fairfield by Marriott in Layton, Utah. I recorded a hotel room tour while Pete got us dinner. We ended up ordering Applebee's, and that hit the spot. Bourbon chicken, shrimp, and mashed potato. Yum! After dinner, I took a shower, did a face mask, relaxed, and ended my day. Monday, April 11th, 2022. Good morning from Layton, Utah. Time to get hotel breakfast and coffee to start the day. Pack things up and check out of the Marriott. Today we will be driving Utah from Layton to Moab with some fun stops along the way. Our first stop was in Harriman, Utah at the Reel Up House. I loved it so much. As a huge Disney and Pixar fan, I had to stop and see this house. It was so adorable. I would love the opportunity to see the inside. I bet it's just as amazing inside as it is on the outside. Back on the road, we stopped at East Lawn Memorial Hills Cemetery to visit the grave of actor Clark James Gable. He's the grandson of legendary actor Clark Gable from Gone with the Wind. Clark was on the TV show Cheaters. This is the second time we have visited Clark's grave in Provo, Utah. Last time was November of 2019, which was 9 months after Clark's death. He has a new headstone now, so it was nice to see that compared to the headstone from our first visit. On my way to his grave, I fell in the mud trying to go up the hill. I landed on both my hands and my GoPro was in one of my hands. Everything was covered in mud. My GoPro, the grip, both hands, and my shoes. Thankfully, we came prepared with a giant water jug, cleaning wipes, and towels. So I cleaned up pretty quick and continued on. Also, thankful the GoPro is waterproof. The screen ended up with a small crack, but that's fine because it was the tempered glass protector, so that'll be a quick fix to replace once we get back home. Too bad the camera wasn't filming during this falling in the mud moment. It sure would be a hoot to watch back now after it has happened. Always an adventure when we travel. Our next couple stops were weird roadside attractions. First one was in Green River, Utah. This was to see a giant watermelon trailer thing sitting in this parking lot next to a dog park. Then a little further down the road in Crescent Junction was this wacky gas station market called Jackass Joe's UFO Jerky Area Stupid Twilight Zone. What? Yeah. Totally strange place. And very windy. Oh my goodness. On to something really fun. Our next stop, Dead Horse Point State Park. Got out and walked around to check out some views, a little hiking, gorgeous area overlooking breathtaking canyons. The canyon that Thelma and Louise drive the 1966 Thunderbird into at the end of the movie was filmed here. Of course, I did a fun TikTok trying to recreate the scene with my toy replica car. That was hilarious. We took a couple pictures for Shorty's Instagram, then drove into Moab and checked into Under Canvas. This is where we will be camping overnight in a safari tent. This place is awesome. I love the idea of camping and having a real comfy, cozy bed. I recorded a resort tour before we lost daylight, since we have no electricity, just a solar charger, USB charger, lantern, and a fan. The tent also has a wood stove, but we ended up having really strong high winds, so we didn't feel safe starting a fire. So off to bed early, or so we thought. The wind was so crazy loud, it kept us up most of the night. Ugh. Day 5, Tuesday, April 12th. Woke up early. Did I even sleep last night? According to my Fitbit, I only slept 3.5 hours. Broken off and on sleep. Oh man, it's going to be a major coffee day. Whoo-wee. Yeah, got up, got dressed since it was so cold and still early and the wind was gone. Pete made a fire in the stove and that was wonderful. While we packed up everything and ate some snacks. We walked to the lobby tent and grabbed some coffee, and while out, noticed it had snowed a little. Everything was so beautiful with a nice dusting of snow on it. We made a reservation to go into Arches National Park this morning, so we packed up, checked out of Under Canvas, and headed over to Arches for several hours of sightseeing, taking lots of pictures and video, and even stopped for a bit to crochet while in the national park for my Crocheting in Random Places series I'm doing each month. I found national park inspired yarn colors from Lion Brand Yarns, so I crocheted part of my square inspired by Arches with the Arches inspired colored yarn. I plan to do this at Bryce Canyon and Capitol Reef as well for the month of April square. After Arches, we drove into town and stopped at Starbucks, then drove to a place called Bluff Fort, where we got out to wander around, stretch our legs, check out the fort, and all that good stuff. We ended up getting a pineapple Dole swirl ice cream, and it reminded me of the Dole Whip from Disneyland. Man, I miss Disneyland. I need a Disney trip soon. Our next stop was Gooseneck State Park. Oh my God, this place is so beautiful. The view is amazing, breathtaking. Also a little scary if you are afraid of heights like I am. After Goosenecks, we drove into Monument Valley, took a quick photo at the location in the movie Forrest Gump where he stops running. Then we drove to the visitor center. Pete bought a few things and I enjoyed the view. As we were leaving, we saw a sign for a movie location 1 mile away, and it said something about John Wayne's cabin. So we went and checked it out. That was really neat and totally unexpected. I love that. The movie location was for the 1949 movie She Wore a Yellow Ribbon, starring John Wayne. And inside his cabin was a bunch of photos from the movie. I thought I was going to sneeze. Back on the road, heading into Page, Arizona. We made it to the Horseshoe Bend, which was a lovely hike and a beautiful view. Very similar to Goosenecks, but way more crowded, but still a very nice hike after sitting in the car for hours. We ended our evening at the Lake Powell Resort. After we got checked in, I did a quick room tour, cleaned up, and went to bed. Long day, but it sure was a fun day. Now let's hope I get more than 3.5 hours of sleep tonight. Right. Ooh. Day 6, Wednesday, April 13th. Good morning. Waking up in Page, Arizona. Packing things up and checking out of the Lake Powell Resort. Before leaving, we did a quick walk around to see some of the grounds at the resort. It was so weird to see the water level so low in the lake. Time to head for the road and on to finding some coffee. We drove into town, but not one drive-through coffee anything in the area. So we left Page, Arizona and started heading back to Utah. We made it all the way to Kanab, Utah, and ended up getting an iced coffee from McDonald's. It's better than nothing at this point. We also grabbed lunch as well. Then we stopped so we could take a break, stretch our legs a bit, and we walked around to check out Little Hollywood Museum while we were in Kanab. This place was really neat. It felt like stepping into the past, the Old West. This place has old movie sets from all sorts of old westerns and a really nice gift shop. Entire place totally dog friendly, and the experience was only $5 donation. Not too bad. Now back on the road to make our way to Bryce Canyon for the day. When we arrived, we stopped at the gift shop first to get the Bark Ranger information and to purchase the ID tag and patch for Shorty. We planned to find a quiet place away from the crowd to do a video of Shorty doing the Bark Ranger program. We drove to several of the viewpoints in Bryce, got out and took lots of pictures and video. The views were breathtaking and so beautiful, with a light dusting of snow. I stopped for a bit at one of the viewpoints to crochet for a few minutes for the Crocheting in Random Places video series, but brrr, it was so cold I didn't get much done. I'll have to work on more in the car later. On to more sites, viewpoints, and hiking trails. We couldn't go too far because of Shorty being with us, and the rule is pause on pavement. So only trails that are paved we were able to go on, but that was totally great because we still saw so much of the park that we wanted to see. It was a lovely time at Bryce Canyon. I almost forgot before we got to Bryce Canyon, we did a small hike on Thunder Mountain Trail just outside of the national park. Disneyland got inspiration for the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad attraction from here, inspired by the stunning landscapes, and it's full of Western lore. At the Disney attraction in Frontierland, at the attraction's entrance, a sign welcomes travelers to the little town of Rainbow Ridge. This is named after one of the stunning viewpoints in Bryce Canyon National Park. Shorty took the pledge. She is now an official bark ranger. Yay! We did a quick video pledging her in and awarding her with a bark ranger bandana, treats, and the ID and patch I picked up at the gift shop when entering the park. Now our day at Bryce is complete. Time to hit the road and continue our adventure. We made a quick stop at the Escalante Petrified Forest State Park, mainly to get out and use a restroom, and then walk around a little to stretch our legs and grab a snack from the back of the car, and then on the road again. Driving through Escalante, the grand staircase was stunning. Amazing views, just gorgeous. We ended up making a stop for a short hike into a slot canyon in Boulder, Utah, known as the Singing Canyon. Oh my God. This was amazing. I brought a singing bowl and played it once we got inside, and the natural acoustics were just so beautiful. I really wish I would have brought my tongue drum. It would have made some pretty epic sounds in that canyon. I could have easily sat and played music for much longer if we had more time and more daylight. We were hoping to make it to Capitol Reef this evening, but the day got away from us. We ended up driving to Green River, Utah to our hotel for the night, which took way longer to drive due to a drop in temp and snow. Frost on the roads. We had to drive much slower and use the four-wheel drive on the SUV just to take things a little bit safer as it was getting dark real fast. We made it to the hotel, cleaned up, and pretty much called it a night after that long drive. We were so tired we didn't even eat a real dinner, just grabbed a quick hot dog at the gas station. Another day of amazing adventure today. We will go back and do Capitol Reef tomorrow. For now, good night from the Super 8 Hotel in Green River, Utah. Day 7, Thursday, April 14th. Good morning. Time to get up, get dressed, pack up, grab some hotel breakfast, and a coffee. Today we drive back to Capitol Reef National Park since we ran out of time yesterday. Our first stop, though, is going to be Goblin Valley State Park to hike and run around all the hoodoos in the Valley of Goblins. It's like a magical little wonderland. I love it there so much. I think Shorty enjoyed it here too, checking out all of the things. It was such a blast. Back on the road to Capitol Reef National Park. This is going to be a nice drive. Scenic drive, unlike Bryce Canyon where they had viewpoints to stop and get out and overlook. Capitol Reef is a driving experience of sights and beauty all around. You are driving through the canyons instead of overlooking them. We even did a little off-road drive, which was so much fun. So glad we rented an SUV for this trip. All the views, even more breathtakingly beautiful, made getting this SUV so worth it. It handled it like a champ. Now that the beautiful scenic part of our day is done, it's time for that long drive back to our hotel stay in Boise, Idaho, but with a few stops along the way to break things up, stretch legs, go potty, blah, blah, blah. We stopped in Lehi, I think that's how you say it, Utah, to see the Lehi roller mills. If I pronounced it wrong, I'm sorry, Utah. This is where they filmed part of the movie Footloose, starring Kevin Bacon. Next stop was Crown Burger for some drive-through dinner. My YouTube friends from The Magic Geekdom recommended this place and suggested trying the Crown Burger, which was a great suggestion. It was so good, very filling. It's a charbroiled burger with cheese, lettuce, tomato, and pastrami. We also got a blackberry milkshake, which was also very tasty. I'm so full and very happy, satisfied with dinner. Thank you, Kara and Jeremy, for letting us know about this gem in the Salt Lake City area. We finally made it to the hotel after many long hours of driving. All I ended up doing was unpacking a few things, cleaned up, and went straight to bed. It was a long day in the car today, but it was so much fun and so beautiful. Tomorrow we make the trek towards home, but for now, good night from the Fairfield Inn Marriott in Boise, Idaho. Day 8, Friday, April 15th. Good morning. It sure felt nice to sleep in a little bit since checkout here isn't until noon, and the drive from Boise, Idaho to Portland, Oregon is much less than the drives we have been doing this past week. We decided why not take advantage and get a few more hours of Z's. Since we slept in, we ended up missing the hotel breakfast. Oh well. We packed up and found our way to a Starbucks for breakfast and had coffee, much needed. Coffee. After that, we headed on into Oregon for the drive home. We ended up doing a mini road trip tag from questions sent to me by my friend from Vlog Soup. Then I crocheted a few granny squares for a project I'm working on. We hit snow along the drive, then rain, then clear skies. It has been the strangest weather for the month of April this year. I guess next time we road trip, I'll have to remember to pack hats, scarves, gloves, coats, tank tops, flip-flops, and sunblock. My goodness. We've had it all. We stopped for gas and lunch, then did a car wash to clean all the excess mud, dust, dirt, gunk off of the car rental, and then came home. Good to be home. My kitty was so excited to have us back. I think she missed her dog way more than us, though. What a fantastic road trip adventure. We did so much in a week's time. I'm totally exhausted, but thankful for the time we had to get away and have some much needed fun. I can't wait to do it again. Until that time, that's it. Thank you so much for sitting here reliving the road trip adventure when we went to Utah back in April. I had a great time. I can't wait for more travel. Hopefully that'll be possible again here real soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.